What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Project Manga podcast. I'm Eagle.
I'm Kiko.
I'm Noxie.
And this will be our first week of actual week-to-week coverage on the 7 Shonen Jump series we plan to cover, which are, again, One Piece, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Promised Neverland, I'm blanking, Samurai 8, Chainsaw Man, and Jujutsu Kaisen. So, with that being said, how you guys feeling?
Incredible.
It's been a crazy week for Shonen Jump, man. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Why did every chapter slap so hard?
I don't know.
My Hero Academia, bro, My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen hit so hard it bruised my perfect brown skin.
Perfect brown skin. What do you think, Kiko?
Yeah, no, man, I'm hyped. This is a good first week, for us to start this shit off, man. Like, we got everything was
so fire.
Everything's piff. Let's go.
Yeah. And before that, actually, I think something I want to talk about real quick is I linked it in the chat earlier on today, but that news on Twitter that the Stampede movie has passed Broly's all-time life sales already.
No way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
That's crazy news. And it's apparently it's already at 9 million in sales. And that's the first movie to do it that fast since like 2000 from Toei.
Well, you got to think about it like that Broly animation style, that direction, and that animation style was huge when the Broly movie came out. So then now Stampede is coming out and everyone knows it's in that style and One Piece is a bigger franchise.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like that makes all the sense, but that's crazy.
There's Broly animators on the Stampede movie?
Well, I mean, it's the same animation style as Wano, isn't it?
Right. It's good.
Yeah.
Man, I'm hyped for that though. I can't wait.
Yes.
But I heard it was kind of a big semi-spoiler in relation to like the name of Raftel. Like it was.
Whoa.
It was Laftel.
Don't do this, bro.
Laftel, man.
You're blowing my brain, bro.
Laftel.
Oh yeah. Also, I want to say something. You were probably going to say it already, Eagle, but I just want to throw that out there before we start talking about things, and we might forget. But we're going to start doing like side episodes too, to pump out alongside the main show, since the show is pretty niche, considering it's like aimed towards those that are all the way caught up in multiple books. So, we're thinking of really cool topics that'll be a little bit better for more casual audiences. So that's something that you guys can look forward to too. It won't just be this show talking about all 7 of these titles.
Right. All right. Well, I think we should start with Jujutsu. First off, let's just.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna take point on this. I'm gonna take point on this one first, just because this is one of the chapters that I was the most excited about. I mean, how could you not be excited about all of these chapters? But Jujutsu Kaisen is in my opinion the best thing coming out of Jump right now. This chapter was huge. One, in regards to choreography, the fight that we get in this is one of the best fights that I've seen in manga in a really long time. Akutami Gege just has like a really good eye and really good taste for action, which is a really big deal right now, especially with all of the other chapters going as crazy as they are, and this being one of the newer ones. Megumi's dad, this older Fushiguro, one thing that I want to talk about, he's using the same curse spirit that Geto has in the prequel series. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but which is really cool to see. And if you haven't read the prequel series for Jujutsu Kaisen, which you definitely should, it's called Tokyo Metropolitan Magic Technical School.
Yeah, 4 chapters.
It's a 4-part. It's a 4-part prequel, prequel series. Really, really good. And I'm going to talk about that again in a second here. Another thing that I want to talk about in this chapter, Gojo says that Fushiguro has no cursed energy. What this does is it gives us 2 possibilities, really. So there's essentially 2 schools of thought. One, which is my favorite idea, Fushiguro's using Zetsu, or Jujutsu Kaisen's version of Zetsu, because he can see cursed spirits still. So if he, I don't think that he actually has 0 cursed energy, even though
because Maki has to wear the glasses to see.
Right, which is the other possibility, that if there's cursed glasses, there could be cursed contacts. but I doubt that. Like, I doubt that, but I mean, like, you never know. But
Yeah.
if what we're seeing is Jujutsu Kaisen's version of Zetsu, then that's huge. That's a really big deal, because now we're starting to like really solidify that this is like a Nen type system, and you could conceal your presence in other series too, but it's always a little bit more of like an ambiguous.
Yeah, there's no really defined actual technique for it. It's just like, oh, I was concealing my presence, like holding your breath. Right.
Also, it's really cool anytime Gojo uses his curse technique. What was it? Do you remember the name, Kiko? Azure blue, and then like something purple. I don't know. Just a really cool technique. And it took me a while to really understand how it worked, but I think I get it now. So one hand is repulsion, and the other hand is attraction, or maybe not repulsion and attraction, but I think one hand adds space, and then one hand takes space away.
That sounds correct.
So like one hand is kind of like Langris from Black Clover, and then the other hand is what allows things to never reach him, because he just keeps infinitely adding space between him and the target. Yeah. And then when you combine them together, some kind of paradoxical, anomaly happens that just deletes things. Yeah.
Sounds broken.
He's so broken. He's busted.
It's like
bro.
that. There's a stand like that.
Is there?
Early, like it's what, part 3, I think, with Josuke, the dude.
I think part 3 is the only one that I've actually delved into.
His younger brother, he fights. He has a stand that allows him to like swipe away space and like, make you closer to him like that, or add space.
Yeah, I remember that.
That shit is raw. Anybody using that kind of shit is tight.
Yeah,
that was tight.
Yeah, I haven't seen part 3 in a long time, but yeah,
that's Stardust Crusaders, right?
Yeah.
Stardust Crusaders is
it's got to be part 3.
I think so, actually. Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah, because Diamond as a Breakable is part 4.
Yeah, because that's where Nick was telling me to start from, way back in the day. Way back.
Part 1 is still honestly my favorite. I got to watch part 3, the rest of part 3 and part 4.
I liked part 2, but you can skip the first 2 parts, because
that's what they were telling me.
Because the third part is a whole new energy system, basically, at that point. And
it goes from Hamon to Stand. It was Hamon for the first 2 parts, right?
Yeah.
Hamon.
Yeah.
I would feel like Hamon is tighter than Stands.
Yeah, I mean.
From what I understood about it, it feels more like hockey.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hammond was nice. I don't think you should skip the first 2. No.
Rum ham? That's pretty piff.
Yeah.
So you saying Hammond. Hamon.
Going back
Joseph is in part 3 also. So
is he? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, he's an old man in part 3.
Oh yeah. That's the grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's still using Hammond.
You said Joseph, right?
He still does use Hammond, but he also has a stand. Yeah, Joseph.
Okay. The Hammond is bugging me. Isn't it Hamon?
It's Hamon.
I think it is
Hamon.
We're Americans, so we're idiots.
Okay.
I'll pronounce motion in Japanese, but Hammond, whatever.
Going back to Jujutsu, I do have a prediction of where I think the series is going to go. After this flashback arc, I think either Fushigoro's father, if he's not killed, because I don't remember if we got a confirmation that he is dead yet. In the main story, I feel like either he's going to come back, or Geto is going to come back, or both, which would be pretty huge. Also, after Yuji's first grade exorcist recommendation, I think what's going to happen is he's going to be sent to Shadow Okotsu from the prequel series, because he went off.
Yeah,
he's in Africa or some shit.
I thought he was in Europe. Yeah, I don't know.
He's somewhere overseas.
Toto was mad he didn't get to fight him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because he was doing some other shit.
But how dope would that be though? Because remember, like, the rules on like recommend, because he's not going to be able to shadow anybody in his team.
Yeah,
because that's like I think that's one of the rules for it. So I feel like that would be a perfect opportunity to bring Okotsu back into the main story.
So, and I've been meaning to talk to you about this, but Geto, isn't he the one getting the cursed spirits together, like right now? Like he's with Volcano Dude, Tree Guy, and Stitch Face.
Is that him?
I think so. With the scar across his forehead, I think we're gonna see how
wait, hold on, bro. Could that? That's not confirmed though, is it?
I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty confident that's it.
No way. How did I not think of that?
I don't know.
I'm in a whole Jujutsu Kaisen group chat. I don't think we ever talked about that.
Is it the scar on his forehead, or am I tripping about that too? I don't know.
I can't even remember now. I haven't even thought about that guy in a minute because we've been in this hidden inventory arc.
Yeah.
For so long.
Well,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, and
that's why he doesn't want to be, because Gojo will remember his cursed energy.
And just working, probably.
And well, no, because he's always trying to be incognito. He's like, I don't want to be noticed. Like he's always like behind the scene.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm confident that's the dude. And then, man, what I really wanted to talk about is how Fushigoro's dad's got the demon, that the little curse spirit that's on him, and like he's pulling different swords out of his mouth and like different like weapons, which is crazy because it's a combination. He's a combo between like Maki and God, what's the hell is Fushigoro's actual first name?
Megumi.
Yep. And so like it's
if he really does have no cursed energy, sure, but if he doesn't have cursed energy, he wouldn't be able to see curses. And he definitely saw Geto fire off that giant curse that ate him.
Yeah.
Because he turned around and like noticed it real quick. So
yeah, he can see him.
So he's using Zetsu, or he has contacts.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that.
It'll be tight when we know.
I know, man. They're really how dare Shueisha making me wait a whole nother week to get.
I know, jeez.
Anyway,
should we move on?
Did you have anything? You didn't have anything else? Crazy Jujutsu Kaisen.
I mean, I just really can't say enough good things about it, honestly. I mean, that's really all it is, because we just don't know so much right now, and we could definitely speculate here
all day. And can we just talk about how amazing the art in this chapter was? Like when Fushiguro was like, when he cut through that curse and he was like covered in blood, like standing there, and the whole.
Man, I was looking so.
I'm about to make that my phone background whenever somebody on Twitter starts fucking with that.
Something else that was tight too is that Gojo's talking about, like, you got the inner monologue where he was like, "That's the first time first and last time anybody's ever gotten behind me without me noticing."
Right.
He gets stabbed, and then they're asking him about it, and he gets stabbed, and he's talking about how it didn't hit any vital organs, and then I used my cursed energy to
to cushion it, to
mitigate the damage. Yeah, so that was pretty sick, man.
And that's another thing that they're talking about too, like with this 6 eye shit that Gojo has. It's like even if you're in that Zetsu form, he can still sense you, like with the instincts or the amplified instincts that he gets from whatever this like Kekkei Genkai is that he has.
Yeah.
In his 6 eyes. So I'm super excited to get more information on that too, because it's like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Man, and then when he used the fly heads as a chaff grenade.
Oh yeah, that was crazy, dude. That was crazy.
Jujutsu Kaisen, best thing coming out of Jump right now. Next,
I'm very excited.
Next.
All right, well then let's talk about some Samurai 8.
Yeah,
I think you want to start this off again, Nux?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, unless one of you guys wanted to take point on it first. I just talked for a really long time.
Well, I mean, I didn't have too much to say because it was kind of
there wasn't a whole lot to it.
It all went on in one location, right?
Yeah,
we've been in the same location now for a few chapters.
Yeah, it did give us some pretty big information, though.
Yeah, it did, for sure.
Right, it did about the brothers, and like that was one thing I thought that I had down, is that we learned about their presumed name scheme. You know, the whole the Ikaku, Nikaku,
right?
Presumably Sankaku,
right?
Yonkaku, you know, Hachikaku,
right? And
I just thought it was a cool moment how in the end the interaction between the two, him and his dad, how he acknowledged that he was no longer somebody that needed to be protected. You know, he was a protector now.
Yeah, and I think we're really about to see
Hachimaru also kind of sent his dad off with that little, what's the thing that he says? I'll give it another try. You know,
yeah,
smile.
Right.
He let him go off. You know, seeing that. So that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it's exciting because it kind of implies that now that his dad is dead, and I just want to say also, like, I think it's a really cool dynamic that like the Hachimaru's origin is tight and it's super unexpected. Kishimoto knew what he was doing with that one, dude. Like the seven clones or whatever that were created to open up the mandala box, and then Hachi being unexpectedly born and taking the power away from them, so now they don't have the strength to open it. So that's huge for potential plot future in regard to like conflicts, because now we're probably going to get all of them. They'll probably attack as like a hive mind. It seems like they're kind of like a hive mind kind of situation, but they could come one at a time to maybe on some like test my metal shit against this weakling brother that we have type shit. Kind of like similar to the Vin Smokes, really.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, Yonji got bodied off panel, and and then, Niji and Ichiji played their dirty little cards against him. I still wish that Sanji could have just beat their ass, man.
Yeah, and who knows if we'll ever get that kind of situation again. It seems like they turned over a new leaf. Like, how could you not after what they went through at Whole Cake?
Sanji took the high road per usual.
Yeah,
right
of course.
That's who he is. I mean,
and that's just Oda writing too.
Yeah, it's just Oda writing.
Right now, as things stand, I believe that the Vin Smoke and Jinbei and the Sun Pirates are probably dead. I know you disagree with me. I know you disagree with me.
Let's wait. Hold on. Let's wait till One Piece, bro, because don't make me fire off right now.
No, we got. Yeah, that's too big right now.
Anyway, really excited to see the difference between the Mandala box and the Pandora box.
Yes, that
Eagle,
was huge.
Yes.
Head up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers ain't dead though.
I'm really excited.
He had to slide in the subliminal. He said,
"Yeah, my man Jimmy is not dead. There's no way. Best fish dad ever. Like how?
Right.
Like,
it's the dad, bro. It's the dad, guy.
I just don't know. It just that'd be such a bad look for Big Mom, dude.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever.
What's a bad look?
They can't always have top shining moments.
She's boxing Kaido 1v1.
Yeah, she's 1v1 and Kaido eating.
Like there is no bad look for her. Like
she's
she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
But so what's these boxes? These
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because we know the Pandora box.
Super intriguing.
Yeah, we know the Pandora box is like whatever the key to saving the universe is. So we can probably assume that the Mandala box is like the antithesis of that. So it's like used for like control and like domination.
But it sounded like they wanted to open both of them, right?
They do want to open both of them, probably because like that gives you the most clout or some shit.
Well,
I don't fucking know.
Ada tells the whole story about like I want to get.
That's what that Fudo Myo guy did, right? To become a god, is he opened both boxes?
Did they say he opened both of them? I know he created the Pandora box.
Yeah,
but I don't know if we got. I'd have to look back at the verbiage on that.
The guy Atta was saying, "I'm gonna be the one to open both boxes. I'll become a god like Fudo Myo."
Oh yeah, I think honestly that was. What
yeah. I do remember him saying that.
Who created?
But yeah,
him.
I mean, they're gonna totally kill everybody in the whole fucking universe, right? That's the plan.
Something I was thinking is that I noticed the pattern with Kishimoto's thing, like his nation setup, where there's 5 great nations or 5 great samurai schools in this one. In Naruto, what was there? 5 great nations, 5 Kage. A little pattern there, a little numbers pattern.
But I always it doesn't even matter. Like that's a cliche that I support all day.
Yeah.
Anything you say school, you say dojo, you say clan.
Mm-hmm. I find it weird though in the whole universe there's only 5 styles of swordsmanship. I mean, there's probably smaller ones that are less prominent.
And it might
those are just the 5 major ones.
Yeah, and they're probably huge. If it's an intergalactic situation, like those schools are probably wide reaching.
Oh my! What was that? What was the name of the thing my guy did in the last chapter where he ate Buddy? What was the name of the attack? The dog thing. That shit was so hype.
It was tight.
Oh yeah. It's good.
But yeah, I mean this chapter. I think
that pretty much covers it. Yeah.
I mean, it
slaps.
The story is progressing and it's interesting and intriguing. I like that. I mean, just the fact that it's intergalactic and
That's
that
huge. Super excited for that.
I wonder what he meant by the whole present thing. Right?
What do you mean?
When he told Daruma, God, I'm blanking on the damn guy's name. When he told Daruma, I have one last present for you. Please take it.
That's what Atta said to him? Yeah, could be something like that.
Yeah. All right, well, I think that about covers it. We can probably move on to, what is it next? Chainsaw Man?
Ooh. I'll take point on this.
Chainsaw Man.
I'll take point on this. This was a pretty big chapter for Chainsaw Man, in my opinion. One, the number one devil hunter, Kishibe,
I think
that motherfucker is raw. And I love his design. He has like, even though like the character designs aren't as strong, he has like the most intense traits out of like anybody else in the book right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we know that he's got the 4th division. He's in charge of it now. And while he's going through and talking to Furuno and Sheena to like give them info about the members in his division and how it's mainly comprised of devil men.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I thought was like a really cool dynamic that lets us know a little bit more about how dangerous the world they're in is there's like multiple layers of danger, right? So you have the terrorist organization that is the main goal, the reason why you're sending motherfuckers to this building. But then since everybody is a devil man basically in the 4th division, he's letting them know that they could potentially go rogue and harm others. So he's really telling them like, I mean, yeah, we want to go get these terrorists, but you should probably be prepared to fight the people on our team more than you prepare to fight these terrorists, because we could easily just go in here and scrape these terrorists right away and get in and get out and it can be fine. Right. But if the devil men go rogue, that's a way bigger problem. And I just love how that's such a cool, extra layer of stakes. And that's a really cool dynamic there. We got the zombies that are left over by that gangster, that indentured Denji in the beginning of the book. So we have those zombies that are left over there, and it looks like they're working with the terrorists, I think is what they said in the last chapter. Like Buddy that's controlling the zombies is like on the terrorist team, I think. Really cool.
He's the sword.
Yeah, sword devil dude. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Really cool character designs in these devil men in the 4th division. We got the shark devil man, swims through solid matter. That's super tight.
I thought, that tight. Is on some Mr. What the fuck? Senior Pink.
Senior Pink.
Yeah,
that is it.
I thought that was something that stood out, getting all their powers.
Yeah, the violence devil man. And another thing that I think is really cool about this series is that the devils spawn from the fear that people have of these concepts, which is like super reminiscent of the last Saiyuki, which is canceled. And I'm like still super salty about that.
The last chapter was this week.
I didn't even read
that.
It.
We should have talked about that in the Hachimaru segment because Hachimaru is what got it canceled. But yeah, the last chapter was this week. My roommate read it and said that
it was good. It had
disappointingly because it just left so much hanging.
Yeah, I mean, what could it do? What could you even do? There's no way to put that shit up. That was definitely going to be a long.
I know, dude. I bet Daijiro Nonoe. I bet he's so mad, dude.
Yeah,
that was so good.
That was a good series, good concept.
I'm mad for him,
dude. Should we pull up to Shueisha? No, anyway.
Yeah,
but yeah, the violence devil man was super cool. I really, that mask design was super cool. He looks really, really strong.
Yeah.
One thing that was cool about the violence devil man,
that Plague Doctor mask too.
Yeah, they said that. Plague Doctor. Yeah. And they said the one thing that was really cool that they said about the violence devil man was that he was such a dangerous original devil before it bonded with a guy that that mask that it's wearing emits poison, but I think it holds back the real poison that's like that he just naturally emits underneath it.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it going back in history, like mustard gas, anthrax, all different kinds of shit in regard to like different kinds of warfare and like violence. Like biological warfare is like the scariest kind. So like it makes sense that that like he would just constantly be emitting like a really dangerous poison from his body.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's my prediction on the Violence Devil Man. Other ones, I mean, the Spider Devil Man wasn't really all that cool. I mean, she had a cool design, but
the Spider Devil, she was all right, you know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she can do shit with webs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some kind of minions, broodlings, something like that. You know,
Angel Devil Man was cool.
The Angel Devil to me was tight, I thought.
I never thought we would
not
see
only
Angel Devil.
The concept of the devil not being like hostile towards really anything, humans or anything.
Yeah, but if you get too close to it, saps your life force.
It siphons your life. That's crazy.
But Aki obviously is just like, fuck it, I can go around this chick. Like, and she's like, I'm surprised you came around me. And he's like,
it's like it doesn't transfer through a handkerchief, huh?
Right? Yeah.
It worked through cloth, right?
right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love Chainsaw. Like, are you on board yet, dude?
No. I was when you dropped out of the call the first time from when you were trying to deal with your internet, I was actually telling Kiko, like, Chainsaw Man, like, there's a few things I can appreciate about it because I can recognize when stuff is good. Like,
recognize game, you feel me?
The comedy is there. I've laughed a couple times where like the comedy can be there.
Yeah.
The potential of the story is there, like the direction it can go.
Yeah.
The power system and some of the powers they could do.
That's all I was trying to get
really
you
cool.
That's all I was trying to get you to understand about.
But
it.
I don't like Denji. I don't like character dynamics and interactions. I really don't like how like badly, in my opinion, the characters are drawn most of the time.
The character art is relatively weak. Yeah, but hey.
But like I told you, if you look at the backdrops, they're immaculate. Like,
yeah, they're good. They're good.
That's where the artist's strength is in the backdrops.
Sure.
And
honestly, dog,
crazy.
Let's just be happy that Bleach is finished, because if Bleach was ongoing, we'd have to cover that, and that shit is a plot nightmare. Like the first 300 episodes of Bleach are a masterpiece, but like I don't really want to badmouth Bleach on the first episode, but it's just like because it is good. It's a good story, but like I guess my problem with it was just like, I'm Ichigo, the main character that's just good enough to head the story, who uses a gigantic sword, and that's why you're still here. I fight hollows with this thing, and that's why you watch it. And then you're like, bet, all right, I'm on board. We got a really cool swordsman. Wow. That's all I need. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, you remember those hollows? I'm also one of those, and it's just like,
well,
I guess I'm still on board.
It's a good comparison though, because like especially with Jujutsu Kaisen or Chainsaw Man, there's like hollows or demons or like it all kind of has the same feel. And
yeah, you got a big sword and you're fighting demons. Like, here I am. Like, I'm reading the book.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that other cool warrior race that was introduced to take necessary attention away from the main character and sword wielders in general, because the story was really lacking depth in that regard. Oh yeah, I'm also one of those. It's just like, what are you doing?
That's the problem.
We just did this.
Once it gets past Aizen is where you're just like, too much. You can't be everything. I mean, are you Hokage too and a Super Saiyan? Like, you may as well throw those on there.
If you loved Aizen, then get ready for Fullbringer. Like, why am I still watching this? And old man Yamamoto is my grandfather. And it's like, yo, chill. And Orihime is my sister. It's like, and the Ichigo stands there eating it up. They're like, are you reading this shit, fam? This shit is incredible, bro. Like, fuck up.
I tried to reread it again.
I tried too. It's like, what am I still doing here?
At some point.
Couldn't do it. All right.
And I heard, oh my God, I also heard like somewhere on the internet, I hope this is fake, but Pierrot is like threatening to adapt the rest of the series of Bleach.
They're threatening it?
Yeah, because I mean, it really is just a threat.
Y'all better, nope. If you don't do, what are you going to do? You going to pay me to not do it? Like, I just don't know.
Anyway, sorry. Continue. I had to. I'm sorry about
Last
the diatribe there, but like Bleach just
super interesting. What is her name? Sawatari. She can use any of the devils her snake has eaten on command.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's hard as fuck.
Yes.
That's hard body.
That's
for real.
Super tight.
She said, Ghost, kill him. Get my man.
Say
Get him
less.
out of here. She says, Snake, spit it out. Aki said, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's the first time that I feel like
comrade's ability.
Yeah, I think that's the first time that we've seen him show any kind of emotion like that too, which is tight.
No, that's just the first time the artist has been able to convey it properly.
Well, no, because dude, that's going back to what I was telling you about when you were first initially complaining about how like the characters seem so emotionless. It's like, look at the world they fucking live in, dude. You know what I mean? Look at their backstories that we got. It's like why would they be anything but stoic? You know what I'm saying? And now we're seeing that emotion, and it totally reinforces what I was trying to tell your ass. No. So next.
Your art is just
next. Chainsaw Man is good. Fuck what you talking about. Anyway.
The story is all right. It's pretty good.
That shit is gas. What we talking about next?
We got let's move on to Promised Neverland here.
Oh, man. Promised Neverland is good. Kiko, do you want to take point on that?
Sure. I guess the one thing that I'll say is...
I'm interested to see what you got to say about this chapter, because...
I mean, the demons look like they got some shit to deal with. I mean, like, because all their bridges are blown up.
Right.
They got, the Gillen, whatever.
House Gillen.
Yeah, old squad, that they exiled coming in there. And they're going to be top tier, like, combat demons.
Right.
Living in the shit for, 500 years or some shit? I don't know.
Right. But, and although the chapter did slap.
They're kind of scrubs, though.
The one thing that I...
half wild, right?
Yeah.
That makes, I don't know, I would say they have, like, extra physical ability because they're going to be eating animals, right?
Right.
Instead of humans, and therefore they're going to take on more of bears, swole,
That's a really good point, actually, and that's actually kind of like goes into what I was going to say, just to piggyback off of you. Since they aren't, I mean, they're not going to be as tactical because they aren't eating people as often, but they do have to probably be stronger because of what Kiko was saying about how they're eating bigger animals that are bigger and stronger than people. So that's actually a really good point.
And other demons too. I don't know.
And other demons probably too. I think it did show him eating another demon and shit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the Gillen guy.
One thing. At what point?
At the end, I think, when he was like talking about how he's like finally got his revenge and how he's gonna.
That's when he was eating the aristocrat's head. He was eating the aristocrat's brain.
Yeah, it's another demon.
To gain like the immortality. That's why he shrunk down like he did, because he went to his form, and like he's now back to his like prime form when he was a royal too.
Promised Neverland slaps, bro.
And now he's got that fucking immortal blood. But something that fucking popped, like I'm kind of like salty a little bit because if I'm thinking of this properly, it might be a little plot hole here. They murdered all the aristocrats' family members, right?
Right there in that scene, right?
Yeah. No.
Wait.
Because the Lord turns around and says like, "Oh, mom." Bow! She stabs him in the eye.
Oh yeah, because she's like, dead and has been replaced.
Why would you do this? And they're like, "We replaced all your family. We ate them. That's why we smell like them and we look like them. And we stole their masks."
How's that a plot?
All the aristocrats are supposed to have that immortal blood, right?
Sure, but I think it's just immortality.
And their family members that keep them in that. No. It's the blood that keeps them in their prime human form. All the aristocrats and the royal family drink it and have eaten it.
But does that mean that they're immortal?
Ate their fucking family members. Why are they not fucking immortal in human form?
I don't know
what's going on there.
Man,
because they're supposed to have that blood. All the aristocrat family members.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I don't understand.
I didn't catch that at
that
first.
To me needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and I'm sure it will be. The only I didn't even notice that. Otherwise, that would have been a complaint that I had too. The only complaint I had about this chapter, because it was an incredible chapter. The only complaint that I had is that the artwork kind of threw me off on the first read through, because the demon's traits are so similar, and we spent such little time with both of them that it's hard to tell which demons are House Gillen and which are nobility.
The only differentiating thing really is like the Gillen demons are like a little bit kind of burlier because they're wild, but like the clothes really are the only thing that can differentiate. Because like
I thought the nobles had some swoller cats with them too.
Royal guards have that like armor with like the button down kind of look, and those
and
like the longer like spear weapons.
Yeah, it was a little bit easier on the second go through.
Yeah,
but the first time I was just like, well,
it was a little bit.
Also, Norman's plan. This is something I wanted to address too.
So prepared.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing though, Eagle, because Norman's plan is going off without a hitch, and we see that in application and in dialogue, which to me foreshadows that something for the first time is going to go horribly wrong with Norman's plan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we know
so
something's gotta go left.
Yeah, because if he presses the button and everything goes into pandemonium, and then you get what's his name, Cicero, right? That's his black homie.
Oh yeah. No. Well.
Yeah, you get. I think it is Cicero, but you get Cicero like, yeah, Norman's the guy. His plans are always perfect. Whippy whap whap, and it's just like that's a flag, bro. Yeah, like Norman is gonna have miscalculated here on some. I'm coughing up blood and can't think straight. Emma over here tripping, about to come back talking about some. We need to sacrifice ourselves to this demon god. See, that's the thing, is that Norman probably knows what the god demon wants and has deduced that.
That'd be crazy.
Too. That would be.
That'd be how? Like,
that nigga is different, fam.
Real, bro. He's different. Yeah,
he's different like that.
Different, bro. He's a mastermind.
I swear.
The 7 walls ain't shit that you just like figure
I know,
out.
but I mean like Norman is like kind of
yeah,
established as like a Mary Sue or like a impossibly prepared, person that like he's just that guy like that.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
That's one thing I wanted to talk about too, is like just the level of preparation and like just execution in this plan. Like it's next level.
And
like,
motherfuckers say that L is
so smooth. Like they blew the bridges, swept through both squads of guards, took the security room, walked right up in that royal bitch, killed all the fucking they're like, we got you.
My man is too tactical, dog.
But also, the queen is hiding something. She's not sweating.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
He said, you're about to feel the full extent of my wrath. All of you are next. And she said, don't make me laugh. Yeah,
that's another thing that reinforces my prediction that Norman's plan is going to go to shit, because you have the application and the dialogue like creating the flag on its own. And then in that last panel, that's reinforced by the queen's confidence, in my opinion. So yeah,
the queen, bro. She said, "Don't make."
Why is Jump going so crazy right now?
It is.
This is. I don't remember the last time,
and we haven't even gotten into the big 3.
Slapped. I know exactly. I don't remember the last time every chapter slapped like that.
Yeah. I mean, even we got One Punch Man recently too. Like, and that wasn't like
Well, what's going on in that? I didn't read.
Other shit is slapping too. Like One Punch, Dr. Stone is slapping.
What's happening in One Punch Man right now? I
slapping.
What did happen? Zombie Man and Homeless Bum King are fighting.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. You're talking about the homeless. I was thinking about Fuhrer Ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how amazing the names are in One Punch Man?
Yeah,
Fuhrer Ugly. Bro, when he hit the high kick and ripped his pants, I was dead. That was so fucking funny.
That sounds like some ugly ass.
But yeah, the homeless what's his name? Homeless King or homeless?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Homeless Emperor, I think it is.
Yeah, Homeless Emperor.
He likes to use that word.
Like met God and fucking God bestowed godly powers. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He might be the most OD, like one of the most OD. I mean,
we have Black Sperm now, right?
Black Sperm is crazy.
Black Sperm. What the hell?
Did Black Sperm get a resolution? I thought the last thing we got a Black Sperm.
I think it was Atomic Samurai.
Jumped up out of the hole, and he was like, "Oh, I kept my body up here."
Yeah, I think that is the last time we saw him.
Yeah. So it isn't finished.
I read 114 on Manga Dex. Y'all didn't read that yet, did you?
What's that?
Chapter 114 of One Punch Man, because 113 just came out on Manga Stream.
I read the webcomics.
It was a re-release. Well, that's garbage. Why would I ever disservice myself like that?
See, that's what I mean. It's the same. It's the same exact.
I can read Murata drawn chapters.
Yeah, I know, and you can't beat that. But it's the same philosophy that I have. Like, why would you read the manga when the anime gives you, shiny colors and moving pictures and voice actors? Like, I want to know what the story is. If the story,
well, you want to continue to learn the story, but you continue to imagine the characters speaking with the anime voices.
Yeah. All I need is one season to do that.
To hear those badass OSTs in those moments.
I only need one season for that. That's
why anime is better than manga.
There's no excuse
you are
for
an
one's
art appreciator.
Say what? Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Kiko?
There's no excuse for one's art. Like, you can't.
Hey, man, it's getting better, dog. Let my man evolve. Come on, bro. He's giving us. Let my man level up, bro.
I'm saying, okay, yeah, no.
He's giving it to us for free.
Obviously, he has great enough stories that you get an illustrator to take it on. You got Mob Psycho, which is perfect anime. Like, Mob Psycho is fucking a masterpiece.
Yeah,
but
let
like,
my man live, bro.
I gotta watch Mob Psycho.
I'm not gonna go and be like, why would I read fucking stick figure?
Yeah, and that's fine.
But I got Murata. I got the best fucking illustrator ever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Murata is a beast.
I mean, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for Toei Animation.
No, that's
So what are we doing?
So here strike. We're going to protest.
Yeah, they're bad a lot of the time, but they deliver in the right times.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just they skimp and then they deliver where it hurt.
And I made a comment in the last episode. I made a comment in the last episode about how do they not have the budget, and someone commented on the video on the episode and was like, it's not a budget thing, it's a scheduling thing, which doesn't like entirely alleviate the frustration as to like
scheduling as in our animators are busy doing other things, because that means hire more animators.
Well, I've heard that
with your budget,
it's such a shit job. It's not like it's not a super flooded market. I don't think. I've heard it's actually like a shitty job.
Really?
Oh yeah.
As far as paying shit goes, they work you like a fucking hound.
Yeah, you really got all types of whips cracking, and I wish that we had those kind of editors over here in the West, because I don't even want to talk about Marvel and DC comics and how I could go for days about that. But I mean, it's a manga podcast, so maybe I'll start another one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's
shout out to Cage
because I got good Marvel info. Anyway,
a last thing I thought about, the flashback panel Lord Bayon had when Gillen first stepped in, and he thought back. He said Gillen, and thought back and remembered what he looked like in his form. He had the braid and he was.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering if he was just like, gee, you looking ugly, or if he like had some sort of deeper like if he was just shocked,
ugly,
like for real, as Gillen, yeah, you know, looking tough, like, but. Or if they have some kind of deeper connection, maybe, and he like was a buddy of his in the past or something. He's like, oh shit, Gillen. That was just something I thought was interesting. That flashback.
Yeah.
I wondered why it was there.
Yeah, that's good.
But that's really my last takeaway from the chapter.
That's cool. Yeah, I think that about I think that about covers everything anyway.
Well, we're down to the big. Which one I want to start with? We can start with Black Clover.
Sure.
This, in my opinion, Black Clover.
I think
Tabata.
I think it was one of the strongest chapters this week. I think it's definitely top 2 strongest.
Bro,
big time.
Honestly, surprised and impressed the fuck out of me, because like
me too.
The story expanded so fucking much.
And I was just complaining about how it was missing what this chapter just gave us.
This is probably the single most world building I've seen in a chapter, any one given chapter of manga, or like any one given episode of anime, other than like maybe like Dark Continent. When you learn about the Dark Continent,
it's hard to beat that.
That hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. You're like this tiny little in the middle, and then
that was huge, dude.
But like the world, like just what I mean, and it's not like a huge world like Dark Continent level, but like just the shit we learned about the world.
Any kind of world expanding information is always huge in any story.
So much world building.
Well, it could be huge too, because like in the story, we haven't really gone to like bordering areas that were between.
Yeah, but we never went nowhere else for real.
We got a big overview of all the different countries, the Diamond, Heart, Spade, Clover countries, so the biggest thing, I mean, there's a lot of things to take from that, but what I really wanted to focus on is the magic void area, whatever the hell.
Right, like the neutral area, or they call it a Grand Mana Zone, I think.
Yeah, something like you just can't cross it, or I don't know what it is, but like I'm really interested to know more about that.
I assumed it was like neutral territory from when I first went through it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's just like incredibly crazy beasts in that area or something.
Yeah, with like super dense mana. Like
that would be sick. Like,
that would be so sick.
Well, and the Spade country had made a pact with the demon or whatever in the winter area.
Yep.
Yeah, they called it like an ancient horror.
It was
That's
like
gotta be a demon.
the ancient evils that sleep beneath their land or something
It's
like
got
that.
to be a demon.
Yeah, they got like demon pact. Yeah,
I would say a pact. Yeah, it sounded like they may have merged or assimilated demons within them or something. Even like it could even.
I want to quote the chapter actually because.
Yeah, but yeah, you should
quote worthy.
You should get that quote. What I really liked was the Diamond Kingdom, that the military nation that uses black magic. Because remember, Mars.
It wasn't black magic. They just do experimentation on him.
I think they said something about black magic, or like that they had like scholars that study.
Yeah, they did say black. Yeah, it says through their scholars and sorcery and black magic.
Yeah. But you have to remember that Mars is a Diamond Kingdom.
Right.
Remember Mars?
And he like turned.
But they've all turned over a new leaf after their fight with Asta. So in whatever war that's coming up, that Diamond could be potential allies for them.
Yeah,
which would be really cool.
It's gonna be weird to see because we got to see a lot of shitty fucking Diamond generals too. Remember the 8 Diamond generals or whatever the fuck they were?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And they were all like shitty, other than the Smoke Dude. The Smoke Dude was tight. The guy
was chill,
that we met from the beginning.
I remember laughing my ass off when Asta broke his shit, bro.
Yeah, oh man,
that was way early. I thought it was hella interesting. The Heart country that just kind of is one that lives in tune with nature, and they apparently even in this like. There's a lot of unique magic in Black Clover, right? Already,
it's gonna be druids, right?
It has to be. That's what we haven't seen yet.
It's gonna be crazy, like Sprite, elemental. I don't know.
That's one area where Tabata really excels. It's like to introduce magic that we've never seen before, and not just like really like specific, like things about your energy system or anything like that. Because every series has like. Nuance and whatnot that sets their energy system apart from something else. But just like since it's such a soft, like broad energy system, to introduce like the kind of magics that we see, like trap magic and like mercury magic, like that is crazy creative.
Mercury
like
magic.
That's huge. That's huge, dude. That's massive.
Yeah.
And then the quote on that is, then there's the nation that is served by the ancient evils that sleep in its vast frigid land and is attempting to gain supremacy. Spade, the country of demons, winter, and many mysteries.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. And then Heart was what, the isolationist country?
Heart is a country that took in its rich natural mana and just as it was and adapted to it, perfecting its own unique magic.
Yeah, it's like
which sounds hype as hell to me.
Didn't it say something about how they were like
a neutral land and not much is known about it?
So they are like kind of like an isolationist. Like you don't come in here. We don't want to go out there. Our shit is tight. Like we're Gucci. We don't need.
It's overgrown in this bitch. You don't want to come in.
We don't want no friends. We don't. Yeah,
there's
we
big
don't
ass
need...
bugs in here.
Yeah, definitely. Dinosaurs, maybe.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, another thing about this chapter, Asta is being used as like a scapegoat in whatever like kind of like national court that's about to happen, because
that was really good.
Yeah, they need someone to blame all the demon shit on, and he's a commoner and he's got ties to demons because of his anti-magic. So, and then the lawyer they got is there was a super funny comment I saw online. They were like, it's Bruce Wayne, and it's like it's Batman. He's fucked.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can have Phoenix Wright on your team. That's the goddamn Batman, G.
We got an actual identification also for the horns that Asta gets sometimes.
Yeah.
Instead of like the devil horns, it'll be like kind of like a bull horn this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's called it's Weg is the name of the curse, I guess.
I saw a V. I thought it was Zeg.
Yeah, Zeg.
Well, in Viz, it's in Shonen Jump, it's Weg. But anyways, black. It just says it's pretty much proof that somebody has dealt in black magic.
That sounds like a Euro. That sounds like a European word, and their W's and B's get like switched around.
Veg.
Nero also has horns.
Yeah, that's what they were saying too. Yeah.
And that was that was cut. She also confirmed that she got the horns from using the black magic to seal the devil.
Yeah, super tight. Amazing chapter. Another slapper.
And also, apparently, there's another like Wizard King level dude, Damnatio. This dude
yeah,
bro.
That's the
dude with
lawyer.
scales?
That's the lawyer.
He's the. What do you mean?
That's what I assumed. The dude who looks like Bruce Wayne. I
This
assumed
dude
that's
is
the
a
lawyer.
magic.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean,
There's no way this dude's not cold as hell. You
No.
think he's the Walt?
No. The lawyer can be cold, but I'm just saying, like, if they're talking about how nobility is going to be charging Asta with the crimes that the demon committed, it seems like since he has the scales, it just makes sense that he might be the one trying, and he might be the accuser.
So that's gonna.
I mean, that or he just has like scale magic.
Scale magic.
But I'm just it's a prediction. Yeah, it's just a prediction.
Yeah. He definitely could be the lawyer.
Yeah. Which
Harvey Birdman.
Attorney at law had a
attorney.
Yeah.
God, I missed that show, dude. C-Lab 2021.
All those old
Shout out real quick.
C-Lab
Adult 21 shows, episode, the 5 Jew bankers, all of those episodes slapped.
Adult Swim just tries
hit
to be
different.
Like, it's edgy now. Like it tries to just be edgy now. Like
ever since Super Jail came out, it's just been shock value.
Super Jail was all right, but
Super Jail was
for me.
Xavier Renegade
Mr.
Angel.
Pickles was it, bro. Like
Mr. Pickles. I was just like, what?
I mean, y'all know me. I'm not with that fucking satanic shit, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, that shit, man.
Mr. Pickles took it to the kind of level where I was like, all right, we got Rick and Morty coming out soon. I'm gonna just that's because that's kind of like Futurama, and that's a little bit more like kind of vibes. I'm gonna just chill on.
But yeah, that Mr. Pickles shit was
Mr. Pickles was a little bit too much.
Whoa, like.
But dude, 12-ounce mouse. Nobody remembers.
Wiretapping the author's phone. Like, here, what's going on?
Yeah.
What is like? This dude's crazy.
They're on a combination of drugs. Yeah. They're writing shit like that. Like
so.
Anyway,
anything else about Black Clover?
I think we covered all the Black Clover.
One thing I want to say is I feel like 3 months or so ago, a lot of people were ready to dump Black Clover in the trash, and a lot of people.
That was me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, between
no
like
cap,
3 months,
no cap, no cap. I was ready to
about 3 months ago, or maybe more, maybe even up to 6. Like when this arc, not even like when it like first started, but like where the elves, I don't know, somewhere in between once they possessed everybody and the demon. I agree that it got slow.
It got like
stale, kind of. I don't know.
Like what's going on here? It's like I could already tell you how this arc is going to end.
I had faith, though.
Yeah, and you want to keep faith. I mean, I'll talk all the shit, but like in the back of my mind, I'm like, please let me be wrong. Like Chainsaw Man, that chapter where Denji is making out with an old girl and she pukes in his mouth. I was about to quit the book.
Yo, that was funny as fuck.
No, that shit wasn't funny. I was like, ew, this is fucking disgusting. Why am I reading? What am I still doing here?
That was funny. That was funny.
That's too much. Like
that was funny.
There's a lot in that's been a little too much.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to some My Hero Academia.
Yes, baby.
I've been slapping too hard throughout My Villain Academia. I've been loving this.
I think this is my top 2 strongest chapters this week. Big implications coming out of this chapter, you guys. So, My Hero Academia, the series could go a couple different ways. I wanted it to be like kind of like a time skip situation into like a Shippuden, like kind of My Hero Academia into like My Hero Agency.
This could segue well into that.
But at the same time, it's like with the introduction of secondary mutations in the form of like the new abilities that the villains are unlocking, it could bring in an age of villains. In which case society, after like some kind of crazy attack, could entirely crumble, or maybe not entirely crumble, but it could set back, the training courses, and it could be like an all hands on deck, ring the alarm indefinitely kind of situation, because you have to keep in mind here, like Shigaraki's reach has now just increased tremendously with his damage, with his AoE.
Yeah,
twice.
Quite an AoE.
Twice is now like legitimately, multiple man. Like he's like a real, like he's not just limited to one clone anymore. Like he's really Jamie Madrox.
They got some huge power ups.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like if they're really going to be doing shit like that, and then you also have Giganto Machina. You have Giganto Machina, or what is it?
Gigantomachia.
Yeah, you have him. Yeah, you have that thing finally acknowowledging Shigaraki.
Acknowledging the boy.
That's huge. He had a tear coming down his cheek, like he saw somebody littering. Yeah, like
saw him littering. Jesus Christ.
He was on that poop shit,
This is massive, you know. And if they really coordinate, you have Dr. Eggman is going to give him the high class nomus now that Giganto Machio acknowledged Shigaraki. So if they really storm society, you know, like that's going to be a pretty big deal, because remember, like Endeavor almost lost his first fight. So society morale is low, or at least it's split, you know, 50-50 in regard to like you have people that believe, you know, still in the symbol of peace and that Endeavor could potentially become that. And then you have the other half that's just talking shit. You know what
it doesn't look good with Hawks as a double agent too. Like,
he's really like a triple quadruple agent, remember? Because he's doing double agent shit, but it's at the behest of the hero agency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time though, there's still just like way too much going on. Stealth, guile, espionage is cool, but like
he's really just like a secret agent. He's not like a double agent, because he's really just doing.
Yeah, it's more like a triple agent, because he's cool on the surface level, and then behind the scenes, Kohei gave us he's working with villains, and then he does the villains plan and then goes and has that conversation with Shigaraki, and Shigaraki was like, you were doing things a little bit different, and Hawks was like, yeah, you were kind of doing things a little bit different, and they're kind of trying to feel each other out, and Hawks walks away from that conversation, and then you get a flashback like from the Hero Association, like, yeah, go and infiltrate those motherfuckers and act like you down for the cause. So now we know that he's a triple agent, but you never know. We could get information that he's a quadruple agent and he is really working for those motherfuckers, but just to do something else. You never really know with Kohei's writing, especially now, because he gave us like an all-villain arc. First of all, that's revolutionary. When's the last time that's ever happened? Which is a testament to his writing in general. That's huge. And like I was saying, like I told you guys before, it's like the fact that he can write an all-villain arc without any of Class 1A, Class B, or Shiketsu on screen for the entirety of it, and we don't care, is massive. But I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of starting to miss Class A, but not like Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki. Like we come for Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki.
You miss Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki.
No, man, I come for them. That's why I read the book, but I stay for Mineta.
No, I think
Mineta's the guy. Come on, dude. Who doesn't love the goofball pervert, bro? That's one of my favorite tropes, dude.
And Mineta is like, it's too much.
Mineta always looks like he just got kicked last in kickball.
So lecherous, bro, and just like such a thirsty motherfucker.
He's always got like some like who farted look on his face, like he just got told like he was adopted or something.
But he's all right, you know. He's cool. He's all right.
I love Mineta, man. Whenever he's on screen, I'm having an incrable time.
He's come through when he needs to a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm not missing him. I liked all the villain shit. Like we've
of course. And I'm half joking.
Well, no, I just felt like these villains were so weak. Like just for, I mean, like
the Liberation Front.
No. The
Villain Alliance.
Yeah, the Villain Alliance. I just felt like they were just like not up to par. Because and this is just his different.
And now we know that was planned.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a different angle where you're going to see villains that like stay kind of in the forefront of the story. At least they come back a lot, you know, obviously, and we're going to keep seeing them and they're going to keep progressing. Whereas like, I mean, if you look at other series, is like villains come back sometimes, but they're not like a continuous part of the story forever.
Right.
And it's like, that's what's really good. And that we're getting.
What's missing from a lot of stories is a built villain that's lasting.
Well,
right. And that's because writers don't know. Yeah.
Well, and that's why I think it works well with Hero, because you know this is definitely, we're in it for the slow burn here. This is going to be a long series, and then it has to be, because there's just like a lot of questions, you know, that we still have, and there's a lot that can be done, and a lot of characters that have been developed that are going to need more screen time. Right. You know, shout outs to Red Riot's
the guy.
Yeah.
But I just really like how Kohei's doing villains. As you guys already know by now, it's like that's like a really big aspect of what I consider to be top tier storytelling. And in this current villain arc, it's like the pathos that we got for Shigaraki, for Toga, and for Twice were huge for their development. And now it's like that's the reason why we had an arc where it was okay that the rest of the cast wasn't on screen. Is because his writing of these villains are that good. So,
although I like you were saying, I do kind of I'm wanting me some Midoriya and Bakugo.
Todoroki, myself.
Todoroki, I don't mind as much, but Bakugo and Deku, I want. To be in the story.
Yeah. I mean, I miss the ladies more than I miss the guys, because we were starting to get like
Only
really
Uraraka and Asui.
I mean, Asui all day, number one. But and then you have like Yaomomo that was starting to get like some really good.
I like all the girls other than Visible.
Why is Asui number one?
Because she's just so cool. Her quirk isn't like crazy, but like her character is written like really cool. Like I just love her. Her
strategist, like cool, level-headed, just always figuring out what to do.
Yeah, she's super impartial. She speaks her mind. She like has.
I didn't know you meant it in that fashion.
Well,
for sure.
Not the fashion.
And she's a badass, dude. Whenever
I'll fuck a frog, bitch. I'll say number one, bro. And I'm like,
you do have motherfuckers that do all that shit. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm looking at
like
you,
feet with pads
Hannibal. That's big Hannibal vibes right there.
Yo, shots.
Wow.
You know
All right.
But yeah, dude, I love me some Asui, dude. She's super cool. She's might be top 3 best characters in the whole book.
Asui is really well written, and Uraraka is just she's a down chick.
I'm really not rocking with her.
She'll hold you down, bro.
Look, I like her, but like she is not very high up on the list of characters that I enjoy the most. It was really cool when she went to go train with Gunhead, and now we know that she has some martial arts, because I was sitting here thinking there's only so far that like remedial telekinesis can go, and obviously she could potentially elevate to levels of like a Jean Grey or something along those lines, and I'm sure that that's kind of the direction he's going. Obviously Kohei reads X-Men. How could you?
Well, her quirk is like strictly the gravity.
Yeah, it's the gravity. I know it's not telekinesis, but
it'll work.
Obviously, we've seen that's a thing now.
Maybe Graviton would be a better comparison there.
But think about in the future, like
she's gonna be godly.
Yeah,
no nausea, levitating objects of.
When I'm thinking of martial arts, like think about her physical ability. Like if she does concasse and then fucking makes her foot weigh a bunch.
and that would have to be a secondary mutation, because right now
she'll
she doesn't
be able
have
to manipulate gravity the other any way she wants. That's why.
Because she doesn't have it in the other direction right now. So now that we know that we have secondary mutations, that is definitely going to be our prediction, and we called it right here on this podcast right now. And I'm sure other people have too, but I haven't
heard it here first, bitch.
You might have heard it here first, bitch. Okay. But secondary mutations are incredible, and I just love the direction that the story is going in right now. And
these powers got to develop. I mean, a lot of them are so basic, and so like you could tell that it's going for a long.
But that was another thing that I loved. That was another thing that I loved about the story, is that like because the quirks were so basic and the caveats were so intense, it pretty much required everyone to rely more on teamwork than like individual like godchildren that we're just going to be the all, like obviously you still have the all-stars of the team, but we're starting to see their weaknesses too in these little training courses between class A and class B. It's like, I know your quirk, that's all it takes for me to counter you. But if you have the proper team combination, now you're in trouble again all over again, and it goes back and forth in that regard, and that's a cool strategic element that I think is really, really cool in the book.
Sure. Being the first episode, I just got to get it out of the way. And this one was fairly well done in some places, but there's just a lot of times where it's like, I still can't tell exactly what's going on. Like,
yes, that's still a very big weakness in the
action portions of and so Shigaraki, like you could tell obviously,
like one instance chapter or two ago was when Gigantomachia threw the
debris
giant slab of rock at the ice dude. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
What is going on here? We do get some panels of incredible art, but his like if you isolate them, they're fine. But if you look at them in a flowing, manner where you're actually trying to like create the motion with your imagination, it's very hard to do that because he doesn't know how to let his action panels breathe. There's too much going on in the panel.
Well, and so I don't believe this for a second, but this could be true. That what Duke said, Duke is the one who said it, was like,
what he said,
that Kohei planned for his manga to be an anime, and he's doing more of a one situation, not as bad as one, obviously, but that he's not. And I don't even want to say that it's the art, even it's that you're right on how it flows. That I feel like we could use an extra panel here and
Or
there
two,
to
right.
fill gaps in. But you know, the anime is going to do it for you. So maybe he's just, I don't know. Like,
I don't want to.
I don't want to call
that.
it cutting corners. I don't want to
Yeah.
call it.
I mean, if he was
True.
doing that, that
Could
is
be
cutting
true.
corners. Though.
Could very
That's
well be
exactly what it is.
But-
if that is
But
what
did
it
he know? Did he know? Like, hey, I got Bones unlocked. I got the best animation studio.
No.
I'm about to put some big bucks
No.
on bitch, and I'm about to. I don't even need this manga shit. I may as well write a
I
novel.
mean, they did.
I can't even see the picture.
Well, he's got money. He
Just
could have hit somebody a buns up. This is his third book, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
But-
this
His
is-
other
But,
two-
yeah, no, I don't believe that. No, I agree, and I don't want to, defend that position.
Yeah,
I'm saying
if he is doing that.
it does make sense, like, because Bones, it just makes this, because to me, if Bones didn't make a good anime, I don't know if I'd still read the manga because I can't follow the action, and I like the story, I like the concept, and
Yeah,
it's like following the action is so huge for
yeah,
me.
it is. It
Especially
is.
when martial arts is like very high up on the list of things that I want in my
Right.
manga. And
Right.
this story is lacking it for the most part. There is some, obviously, and there's tight styles.
There's
like,
very, really good
style,
action
you know.
sequences in there.
how Midoriya changes his style to shoot style,
Yeah.
and now that was cool, and just how Bakugo uses like his propulsion,
Yeah.
things like that. Like,
Bakugo scenes are good.
Yeah.
Martial arts scenes are good, but like
Bakugo, if you
landscape,
really think about his mastery of his quirk,
it's big.
it's like almost Mirio level. Like when he's
Yeah.
flying through the air and shit, bro, like
Yeah,
weight
and-
distribution and like balance to go the right direction he wants, like that. All
Buddy know what he's doing.
dude is a fucking mastermind. It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, if it's martial arts, or if it's a quirk that isn't really flashy, or if it's Deku or if it's an Aizawa, then the art in the action art is actually fine. But when there's like high level of landscape destruction or like really flashy like
lot
fire
of
and
ice
ice
and
quirks,
Clunky and just cluttered.
then he doesn't know how to let those action panels breathe, and that's the only complaint that I really have with the book, besides the really heavy slice of life shit and rock and roll festivals.
Well, I just gotta say one more thing. In another chat with my sister, like one of her friends put in, I'm reading My Hero Academia, and then he puts just a GIF of static on the screen, like I was dead.
That's good. That's good. That's fine.
But I mean, we're all still reading it because we know it's a good story. It's just, that's the problem.
That's fair though. That's fair though.
I would agree maybe to the
Pathetic.
him adapting his manga, like preparing it to be an anime thing, but like the art in the manga, when it comes to
Can slap.
yeah, exactly. Like he goes
Very
hard
hard.
at some spots, so
Yes.
it's like
Yeah,
He's
facial close-ups and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's
exactly.
really
That's why I was
good.
thinking
Yeah,
like
he-
still shots, facial
Yeah,
shots.
he's really good
Yeah.
at conveying
Emotional,
emotion, and he knows
conveying
how
moments.
to.
Exactly.
He knows how to, with his art, invoke the specifically the emotion that you are supposed to feel in that moment. There's
Yeah.
no way to dispute exactly what you are supposed to feel from certain scenes in the book, and that is something that I'll always praise him for. But his action, ugh.
Man, and I just remembered something that I just got to talk about. Reed Destro cutting his legs off. So the
Oh man, I forgot all about that shit, bro. That
so
was
the fucking
amazing.
oh
We
man.
haven't even gotten to that.
I knew you were gonna fuck with that scene heavy kick.
I mean, how could you not? How
I
could
know.
You not?
I know.
Kohei has some Horikoshi. He must have some strange fixation on like getting your legs cut off, and like how that is like the
Have we seen that before?
ultimate. Overhaul got his legs cut off at the end of the arc when Shigaraki came
Oh,
out of
he
nowhere
did,
and
he
savaged
did.
his ass, bro.
Did
He must just view that as like the ultimate L, getting your legs.
what can you do after that?
Ah.
If you ain't doing push-ups like that.
But I would like to point out, I think Redestro can still fight in his suit.
Yeah.
Put him in the suit and he can still fight because that bitch is Iron Man. It was flying around in
Why are
pieces
you-
and shit. He was riding on a chunk of it, bro.
That's
That
the
shit's
thing that
cold.
I don't understand. It's like if your strength scales with your stress and you're so stressed that you're gonna go into a mech, how do you not just use because of his
Because his like will or something was like melting it away, bro.
Shigaraki's quirk will just, if he touches you, it's over with, obviously. And that's
Decay
what
that shit, man.
but
That's
the
so
decay can
crazy.
spread from inorganic matter to organic matter.
Yeah, it can definitely.
So
It-
getting into
from
the
the
mech,
ground to the
putting
legs.
all
Was that what it was? He was decaying his stress?
Oh,
No, I don't know.
I don't think it works on metaphysical.
I thought it was some kind of will factor. Like or intimidation, or
I think it interacts with matter and not like metaphysical like ideas of like,
because
that's too busted.
there was also another thing in this chapter where
crazy.
Shigaraki like broke a hypnosis type quirk just with like will or like intimidation or like presence.
If he can really do that, then that's
like,
really
go kill the dude.
If he can, that's
Like looked at him, was like,
yeah.
and they backed down, and he was like, he broke.
Oh yeah, he did hit him with some. I think that was just bloodlust. But honestly, if it really is what you're saying, though, dog, then that's huge. But that's gonna be that's gonna have to be what it is.
That's what I thought. It was like will or bloodlust or like intimidation, something like that.
Yeah. If he's gonna be the new all for one. Yeah, if he's gonna be the new all for one, then he's gonna have to have some super busted shit like that. And that's another thing that I really like about this series is that we're starting to like. It's really interesting seeing the juxtaposition between Shigaraki and All for One, and then their development and his, journey to become the new All for One, and then also seeing the juxtaposition of Deku's growth in trying to become the new symbol of peace, but then also that one for all and all for one dichotomy in regard to All Might and All for One and Deku and Shigaraki is very apparent, even with Deku off screen, which is huge. And it's just like, Kohei is such a good writer. Why can't he just draw his action? It would be a 5-star book, bro.
I want to see 25% when we go back to Deku.
Yeah. If they're gonna be off screen this long, yeah.
When he was fighting Bakugo, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. If we're gonna get a whole villain-centric arc without nobody on screen, then if we were at 20 last time, I'd like to see a 30. If I'm keeping it a buck. Yeah. I'd like to see 30% because it's like we came right out of a training arc with like a tournament style, single elimination style situation. So that's already huge development on its own. Plus what's happening off screen, he should come back with an extra 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to see that. But I mean, 25 is a little bit more likely because this is
maybe I would forgive him for not having increased his one for all capacity if he maybe come back with some degree of mastery over some of the other ones.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Hey, I like that. I like that.
Man, what is Deku going to be like?
I don't know, but it's like I said, big implications in this chapter, bro.
And call him Deku, like he's the Deku tree from.
He's a Zelda. He's a Zelda guy.
Deku.
He's gonna be a fucking badass son of a bitch, blasting people away like All Might, and also hemming their asses up like
with
fucking
the symbiote.
Black shit, yeah.
With the Venom symbiote.
8 other quirks.
Yeah, fuck it. Come on, I'm here for it, bro. Let's come on with
6, right?
He's the 9th inheritor.
Oh, really? Yeah. So
yeah.
Well, no, because the first didn't have a quirk. His only quirk was to pass his quirk on.
Yeah.
And so he'll have. And All Might was also quirkless.
Have a quirk either, yeah.
So he'll have 6.
Yeah. Fuck it, that's enough.
I don't want
6 quirks is enough. Yeah, no. Go ahead. And this also introduces a nice, he can reveal, we can expect some revelations of in ass pull moments. I bet you some new powers are going to come out.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
I mean, I guarantee.
Hopefully we get some exposition on it that makes it make a little bit more sense than just coming out of the blue. But I mean, they're already setting up the expectation that he's going to start getting quirks out of the blue because of the other inheritors, and we haven't seen what they can do yet. So it won't be as much of an asshole because there's a little bit of foundation.
For sure. But what's this mean for Bakugo though? Like, is Bakugo going to find Orochimaru now or not?
Stop it! Stop, bro. I can see a secondary mutation coming for Bakugo.
Bakugo is ahead of Deku.
I can see him taking the glycerin and throwing it as a bomb, as like a sticky grenade, and detonating it later.
Bakugo, Deku needed this shit to pass him.
Yeah, but where?
Yeah, that's true.
Where does Bakugo go? But where does Bakugo go from here? Right? Like, of course, he's going to get stronger. He's going to be using his quirk. He's going to be, getting his physical ability better.
He's
a
freak.
Yeah, he is a genius.
He's a genius.
Freak, dude. Yeah.
Like, he is a genius and a battle maniac.
You can't dismiss the fact that he's All Might, plus he has 6 other quirks. Like,
but at the same time, Bakugo is the kind of cat where it's like, give him anybody's quirk, and he's gonna be the rawest motherfucker.
Hey, Yeah, sure. And you know what?
He's that kind of guy, tactically.
If we get a little bit more, I don't know, in depth on like powers, on how like any power can be versatile, like make it feel like Nen. So like Hisoka has a power that's very
and it doesn't even matter if you know it.
Yeah, like
that was one of my favorite dialogues in the whole story.
It does so much, you know, like that would be great. That would be great that if just one quirk or 7 quirks isn't going to make a difference, really.
Right.
Once we get there,
it'll have to be something like that, unless he gets like,
exactly.
Because I mean, like even with secondary mutations coming out now, his shit can't be all too different from what it already is. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine what like else he could? I mean, unless he could start making shit blow up from across the motherfucking room without touching it.
That's my question.
Like an awakened devil fruit or some shit.
Sure, like, and that's my question, because it's like, where does he go from there? You know, like Todoroki has got a lot of places to go with his 2 quirks, which is again like, see, we're getting to this point where
I don't think it's gonna be like metaphysical, like matterment, like spontaneous combustion or like freezing shit from a
spontaneous combustion would be cold.
Bakugo seems like he's the type of cat where it's like Shigaraki, where his, you know, Shigaraki can just like decay more shit and faster now. So
or
like,
it could
Bakugo
be like
be able to do a bigger explosion, or
Hiko.
I don't know.
It could be a Karasu from Yu Yu Hakusho kind of situation.
That would be pretty tight. That to have like little remote bombs that are invisible.
Yes, because it's glycerin. That shit's see through.
Yeah,
it's sweat.
That would be good.
You could just touch your shoulder and walk past you, boom, down the block. Your shit.
I like it. I like it. That's good. That's good. Because I was gonna say, he's gonna need Sharingan and summon it at this rate.
Oh man,
how you guys feel about the whole metahuman liberation army thing?
Well, I mean,
joining is like, huge. That's great.
Kind of gives it over to him.
But see, remember, Kiko, I remember you talking about how you would be really upset if they were all defeated at the end of this arc, because
I remember somebody saying that too, where like they better still be a thing after the arc.
And now they're the kind of thing that we didn't even expect. They're on the team now. They're on the payroll now. He's like, hold on, you got some. He's like, hold on, you got some money, dog.
Yeah, you got bread. You got that guap, my team.
Hand it over.
They signing checks now.
Yeah, definitely. That was my favorite line in the whole show. Hey, bro, you got that? You got money?
Yeah.
We're gonna need that. But for real, like,
I love the villains, man.
I thought it was possible that they could join with the villains, but I was just gonna be mad if they were totally gone from the story.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, 100%. So would I.
If that would have been a faction, that was good. If they join. I don't know which one I actually would even prefer at this point, because joining right now, it makes this shit feel real dire for the rest of it. Because now, finally, I have the feeling that these villains can really do a lot more shit. Because before I was like, without All for One and Nomu, these they're just not good.
Yeah.
You know?
But see, the stakes have always been high in Hero. Like, he did a really good job of setting the precedent that, like, after every conflict, there's some kind of long-lasting consequence. So, like, when we see a situation like this where the villain alliance is growing in number of this scale, plus the high-class Nomu, plus Gigantomachia acknowledging Shigaraki, if they make their move right now and press the button on society, what can they really do? They have no All Might. Endeavor's, I don't know. You know, he's trying to be Family Guy right now, so he's not even he's not even like in the right, like, he's not even Endeavor to me right now. He's on some Peter Griffin, you know, Stan Smith type shit.
When Buddy got like nearly bodied the second he came out, bro, like they were like, yeah, Endeavor #1 hero, like it was like he got
got his face punched off.
Like,
right. He
like, is my dude gonna go out?
I can't believe dude, when I saw that panel of him fighting the Nomu and his whole shit was like in my lips, in his eye.
For real. I thought his eye should have been gone, but
yeah, I mean, it definitely looked like, I thought he died.
Yeah.
It looked like that was some brain damage going on in there. It looked like a concentrated, like, yeah.
Yeah, that look on his face like,
that's exactly
like a soldier going out, you know what I'm saying?
Cosplay Endeavor. Fuck you! You should cosplay Endeavor. You totally got the facial expressions down.
Jesus, bro.
I really just saw Endeavor just now. That's incredible.
That guy went out, bro. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
You got to be like 280 pounds to be Endeavor. He's swole as fuck.
He's swole as a motherfucker.
Hit the gym a little bit.
And like,
days.
And dude was sick. Like, you remember that filler fight? Or no, I don't even think it was a filler fight. You remember when Buddy ran up the side of the fucking building when he was
and he was able to get traction because he was melting the that's my favorite part in the whole story.
That was, and when he's running, just like I'm saying, 280, it sounds like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Fucking T-Rex was chasing somebody. Like
that's so hype, man. Dude, Hero's so good. Every
all right,
so hard, but you know what?
Yeah, we probably should.
You know what?
Go to the big shit here. Go to the real shit.
One Dude, I want to know what the best laugh in One Piece is. It's in a filler arc, man. Shuzo. It's like one of the New World filler arcs. Joe Ramnandan is gonna once he watches this, he's gonna bust out laughing. There was the only filler arc I ever watched from One Piece was this long-armed villain. The bad guy of the filler arc was like a long-armed tribesman named Shuzo, and he had to laugh like galele. It's so good with me.
I think
we're dying for weeks off that laugh, bro.
What is my favorite laugh in One Piece?
Galele.
No, that's
I know that's terrible. I know it's my favorite
laugh in One Piece.
My voice can't go that high. My shit will crack, and I'll have to quit the show. But
the second most annoying is
that's so good.
But yeah, no, I think my favorite is either
I like Chapapa.
You gotta either be fucking Blackbeard or Big Mom.
Yeah.
Big Mom's is the go-to though, bro.
Yeah.
Mamma
mia, it's me, Big Mamio.
Mama. Bro, I'm so hyped. This is like the
Who
last.
did that walk?
That must have been Mike.
Drake Nelson.
Bro. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to see the confrontation between Big Mom and Kaido in the anime, though. Man.
We went over our favorite. No, we gotta do our favorite laughs. We got Bishop.
I did mine. I'm Shuzo.
Oh, his is it.
Wait, I didn't give you mine.
I'm settling on Big Mom. Big Mom is mine.
Mine is Perona.
Oh, Perona.
I just love Perona.
That's
He's
good.
one of my favorites.
I miss Perona, dude.
That's one of Zoro's.
How could none of us mention Burgess, bro?
Oh, you have the best Burgess.
Yeah, too much.
Just broke the internet with that shit.
I know. I swear, I just felt a shift in the space-time continuum.
That's why his ass got Dragon Claw though. Fuck Burgess.
Yeah, that's what you get for looking like Mucha Lucha.
So, anyways,
you remember Mucha Lucha, the Fox Kids Saturday morning cartoon show that got like half a season before they cut it? Fighting foodons.
Like, this might be racist.
Let's get this out of here. Anyway, yeah, One Piece. One Piece was huge. I'm going to take point real quick just because I'm gassed up and I got an adrenaline burst from all those laughs.
One Piece walk.
You already know what it is. First of all, it's pretty obvious setup that Gyukimaru is going to be the one to supply the rebellion with the swords that they need. That's a pretty obvious setup there, which isn't really, we're not really used to that from Oda. Usually Oda keeps things pretty unpredictable, which still could mean that he doesn't hit, like there's a chance that he could not have 3,500 swords.
No, he's definitely got enough weapons. There's no way he shouldn't have enough weapons.
I think he needs like 6 racks. Like, don't he? Other people that need weapons too?
He should have it.
And but I mean, at the same,
based on math.
Yeah, and it is kind of supported because he seems to know everybody on this island, with Kawamatsu showing up and him being like, my bro, you know what I mean? Like it seems like everybody knows who this dude is, so it's possible that he could have went around and grabbed everybody.
What's he taking, like 6 swords a day when they come rolling through every rip?
6 to 10 swords a day, and he's been doing it for how long now? 10 years. Like,
get Hannibal to do some math.
Should have the amount of swords they need.
Yeah,
if he's been really out here.
Yeah, Yeah.
But
Also, I forgot Otama could control animals and like animal zones with the
oh yeah,
dome.
I've been waiting on it.
We were talking about that a little bit too. That was huge to me, and it's just like, okay, so now there's a couple big obvious, prediction setups from Oda here, which isn't really his style. So
We
they're
taking over Kaido.
I mean, you would think so. I mean, they've got the ammunition, they've got the tamer. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I don't know if
it's
it should work on actual.
I mean, so far we've only seen it on Smile. We've only seen it on Smile so far, right?
And the smile actually has like a part of the animal within them, which is kind of the reasoning why you would think it works.
Yeah.
And
you would think it wouldn't work on a human with a Zoan fruit, a real Zoan fruit.
And what about Momonosuke? He's got a smile, but he doesn't have his.
Because he has Vegapunk smile.
Yeah, I think he has the true smile. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
He has the smile made after Kaido's fruit.
Dude, I would love to see a Jewelry Bonnie show up at some point, either at the end of this arc or later on in the series, and just age Momonosuke 20 years ahead so we can get adult Momonosuke and like a real Chinese dragon. Well, I mean, I guess we get that with Kaido, but I would just love to see like an adult Momonosuke go crazy with the smile fruit, the Vegapunk smile. I would love to see a Jewelry Bonnie show up and be like, oh, you supposed to be 20 years older? Oh, I got you, bro. Don't even trip. Bink. I would love to see something like that.
That'd be all right, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I just don't know how she would make her way there.
Well, I mean,
from the reverie.
Isn't a lot of time passing in this arc? Haven't we already been here for like 2 months?
No, what?
Right?
No.
Right? It's been
it's been like a couple days.
Has it been a couple days? Oh, but
I think so. Maybe like a week tops.
A week. I mean, that's kind of a long time for I mean, how far away do we know on the map where Wano is in relation to Reverie?
The Reverie is at fucking
It's a few days, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Reverie's at Marie-Joie, and Wano is at least.
And Marie-Joie is at Anis Lobby or like
5 or 6 islands in, at least 5 or 6 islands in down the New World.
You never know, because like honestly, in One Piece you could have the craziest. Like she could get there, bro. If this was like a 2 or 3 day arc, sure. But I mean, they've had time, and their plan is like in the future in order to prepare for like a large scale kind of war. She could very easily show up to this.
Yeah, and I think we were all surprised that Babanuki's still alive.
I think so a little bit too. The dude's got the durability of a god, but
that's what Zoan gives you.
At the same time, you got to attest some of that to Chopper too.
Yeah, and I love how we got a good Chopper moment in regard to his.
He's like, that shit wasn't even nothing. Like that play.
Yeah, that was super tight, and I love how we got the team attack with him and Luffy a couple chapters ago, because we haven't really.
Do you think I am? I'm fucking Chopper. I'm the goddamn fantasy.
Choppermon.
Choppermon.
Stop playing with me, please.
That's pissing me off though, low-key, that Choppermon shit.
Why?
It's because that's not.
It's like Doraemon.
But it is. But it's fine.
Yeah. It's like I bet you it's a play on Doraemon.
It's just cute. I mean, it's just a
cute little.
Something.
Yeah, it's a cute little. Doraemon's a little cute guy. Choppermon. That's got to be what it is. Anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Big Mom and Kaido, something I wanted to take away that I noticed. They've been fighting at this point, at the end of this chapter, for a whole day.
I saw a super funny comment online too that was like, so Kaido's hitting that right now, right?
No, he's like, they've actually been fighting for
man, dead in the face.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, dude. And see that
24 hours they've been fighting a whole day.
That's what I'm
saying that a whole day had went by.
That's what I'm talking about. As strong as Luffy is being shown to be, he doesn't have stamina to go toe to toe with Yonko the way that we want him to, because these motherfuckers.
But they're not hitting each other with this blast you from the inside out hockey.
Bro, I'm telling you, Akainu versus Aokiji was a week-long fight. Motherfucking Kaido and Big Mom are fighting for days straight. I'm just telling you.
The way they offset.
I'm just telling you, but if there are heavy hitters in the series.
I don't think Luffy fights are going to be like 5 days.
He's either going to have the DPS to take him out in his time frame, which I doubt that he does, or he's going to need to get a stamina boost in regard to like a time skip, like Kiko was saying.
He's getting a DPS boost.
Yeah. Sure. With Tiger Man, if he gets crit, it's over. If he gets crit, it's over. But I mean, and Tiger Man would be an incredible transformation. But I'm ready for him to go full Sun Wukong. But that might be final form.
They
might be saving that for final form.
Yeah, I don't know if I want Luffy to go full Sun Wukong. Like, I don't want him to use a staff, you know?
Yeah. Unless he starts really lowering the tensile strength of his rubber to the point where he can just pull parts of him off and then stretch it out and then harden it. That might be his awakening. And then it's still him beating your ass with himself.
Yeah.
It could be something like that.
It's a cool idea, yeah. And I just don't want it. I want him.
I just want him to jaw you forever too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But hey. Like when you start talking about Endgame One Piece shit, like this is a 30-year story, dog. And you know what I'm saying? And he's only gonna keep, and we can at least assume that he's going to have a form for every animal. Like everybody knows that reads One Piece and talks on the internet. He's gonna have a form for each of the animals that were standing behind Rayleigh in the first explanation cap that we got about Haki on the island that he trained on for 2 years. Because there was already a giant cobra and there was already a giant gorilla. So that's Bounce Man and Snake Man right there.
Yeah, I mean, and we know all his abilities have animal name. I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, well, Tank Man is, but
Tank Man
is Tank Man even real?
Yeah, Tank Man might have been
Tank Man is real because
I know.
You're right.
I went over this before.
You did, and I agree with you. You said
he makes a point to say full version.
Yes, full version. Yeah. So that implies that there's the regular.
Where he's just
shut up, bro. I know.
Hard body, like some tech guy.
I remember, bro.
Some tech guy shit.
Yeah.
Well, and you were talking about him tanking, Kaido.
He's gonna deflect Kaido's fucking Thunder Bagua.
And it seems like in Gear 4th that is kind of what it allows him to do, but it would have to be a Tank Man to do it because like Gear 4th before was deflecting Haki back because it was Haki infused. You couldn't just get through his rubber body with just Haki because Gear 4 puts his own Haki on it as an armor too. So you have to get past his Haki in that form in order for your Haki to hit his regular human form is what it seems like it is. But he still got 8 trigrams thunderclapped and one-shotted out of Gear 4th. So I think I agree with you there, Eagle, that it would have to be a Tank Man kind of situation. That would be the only way. Because his tensile strength would have to be that dense and on top of Haki in order for him to negate that. I feel like because if you're getting one-shotted, it's like what are you gonna do?
You think that's what it is with the true form of Tank Man, where it's like the tensile strength is so
dense, taut's a good word.
So like it kind of absorbed him and launched him back out. But I would imagine it would kind of act like if you hit a fucking inflated tire with a sledgehammer.
Yeah, I think that is what it. Yeah, I think that is what it is like. Yeah.
Yeah.
That plus Haki, it's like what you do.
Too.
Tiger Man gives you the crit. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
I don't know how many forms we're gonna get.
72 transformations, buddy.
But we gotta take Yonko down this arc, man.
I'm still not there yet, but hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to make sense, but I'm just not there yet, personally.
Yeah, it only makes sense to me.
Ryuo.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, you got to break through the scales. So, like, he has to do more. Obviously, with that, he has to master that more and do something else. Like, there just has to be something else to bridge the gap. That's just that. Because if I'm just gonna be mad if Luffy doesn't 1v1 Kaido or you were on
the opposite side of that a couple months ago.
Yeah. No.
Because I remember being flamed in the chat.
Yeah, we did flame Eagle like very hard for that for wanting that like a month or two.
No, I've been saying no. I've been saying Luffy should 1v1 Kaido, but
no. I don't think so. I think you said that you wanted them to go around again.
Oh yeah, no. That's true too. No. Yeah. I said that's what I think is more likely. Honestly, though, I want Luffy to 1v1, but
you're right. My bad.
But I've always said
that is what you said.
Whether I'm pretty sure it's going to be a cumulative effort up to the point where Luffy 1v1s him in the end.
Yeah, sure.
It won't be a straight up 1v1 like here we go Kaido, let's square up. Like about to fuck you up, just me.
Which isn't really Luffy to do to want to win like that. But I mean, does he really have a choice?
So he'll do what he has to do.
But yeah, does he really have a choice at this point? Like this is really big game players out here right now.
Well, I thought Eagle, I thought you were the one saying that Luffy shouldn't 1v1 because it doesn't matter if he 1v1s. He just wants to be free. Man, I'm trying to think of how.
No, I do remember this conversation. It was me.
No, I was saying
it was
like
me.
He has to end up being the strongest eventually.
Yeah, and how he gets there might not.
Yeah, I would the freest person on the sea.
And I was in agreement with that, definitely.
But then I was talking about how even though it is in Luffy's nature to want to beat you from start to finish himself, but you were talking about how he's got so many people to beat on the way there, and I was like, are we even going to have time for that? Is Luffy going to really sit there and go, I don't want to be Pirate King until I beat XYZ?
Oh, no.
Exactly. Or is he
that
just...
wasn't
He
that
won't
wasn't
view himself as Pirate King until he beats
everybody?
No. He just needs to beat two. He needs to beat Kaido and he needs to beat Blackbeard. Like that's it. Because once he beats Kaido, he's already, in this he's established as like
Big
But
Mom.
he said he was going to beat Big Mom's ass too, and he always beats up who he says he's going to.
Big Mom has to either ally up or he's got to beat
exactly. She has to acknowledge him, or he has to beat her ass. One of those two.
Or she has to just fall because of somebody else besides him.
Because of somebody else. Yeah, those are the three ways that Luffy is going to be cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Have people still be able to be like, yeah, Luffy's the strongest. He's the Pirate King.
Yeah.
Because you're still going to be like, well, what about fucking Big Mom?
Well, people were making the case.
Shanks, like if they square up, if he squares up with Shanks, who's coming out on top? Like,
well, I just remember people making the case that
I don't think any current Yonko will exist in the story at the end.
Shanks has a hockey arm. Fuck what you talking about.
All right.
What about that, Kiko, though?
No, that so somebody was saying that because they thought Roger wasn't the strongest on the and he became the Pirate King, but he wasn't the strongest pirate, is what man, somebody was saying this, and I don't remember.
It could be like that too, though.
And that's what they were going with, that Luffy wasn't going to beat Kaido because he was more of a Roger type, where he's just going to fate was going to guide him into the right direction so he doesn't even have to fight. He's just going to get to Raftel. But that doesn't go with his description, and that's why I always agreed with Eagle to begin with, because he wants to be the freest person in the sea. That's his own description.
So with Roger, it's a weird thing because while he didn't view it in the same way as Luffy does, where achieve what he views as being this, he would need to achieve and become that.
Yeah.
He set out with the objective of he told Rayleigh, let's turn the world upside down. So he knew what he was trying to do, and then he was trying to fucking flip these motherfuckers on their heads.
And he accomplished.
But indirectly became the strongest motherfucker out here because
I like that.
He traveled the world several times, and it was he was the only motherfucker that could go anywhere, do what he wanted.
I love that.
Nobody could tell him shit.
I love that.
We don't know that for
I mean, and
that's what it looks like.
And you can't deny that there are parallels that you can draw, obviously, between Luffy and Roger and Zoro and Rayleigh, but it doesn't mean that all of their personal wants and desires have to also align with each other, because I don't think Rayleigh was trying to be one swordsman either. So they could, Roger and Luffy could want the same end goal, but the way that they get there doesn't have to be the exact same.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that too. But I always agreed with Eagle's original standpoint that Luffy wants to be the freest person on the sea, so that means the government can't stop him. No other pirates who own any territory can stop him. He can do it. And
he has to be able to tell anybody, suck my dick.
Yeah. Basically.
So therefore, he does have to do more than just get the One Piece, unless the One Piece means because maybe Roger didn't actually get the
One Piece within the One Piece world is contextually what makes you the Pirate King, finding it right in the eyes of the public and the rest of the world. But in Luffy's eyes,
correct,
being Pirate King for him is not he wants to be the freest person on the sea, so he's got to be able to, in his mind, for what that means, tell anybody I'm not listening to you. You can't tell me shit. I'm gonna do what I want.
I'm here for it.
I'm gonna beat your ass if that's necessary.
Period.
It's
Yeah.
weird though because it's just fucking weird. Because like,
Yeah.
yes, finding the One Piece does make you the Pirate King, but like, if Luffy can't do what he wants to do, he's
Then it's not Luffy.
consider himself Pirate King. You know,
Yeah, I like that.
so it's
I like
weird.
it. Yeah, lots of crazy things that could happen, and I'm super excited to see exactly how it goes. Obviously, it's what we're in most anticipation for from week to week because of these ridiculously large amounts of hanging plot threads that it has. And that's another thing that I love about One Piece that I feel like sets it apart from everything else. And I've talked to you guys about it before. The world moves all over the place, regardless of what Luffy is doing. And that's what brings such an intense level of predictability to the series. And that's why it's the strongest book on the list conversationally and really just in the world, because there are so many important characters that have so many well fleshed out ambitions and so many parts of the world that are significant to the main plot of the story, so that whenever something's going on over here or whenever something's going on over there, we'll get one news coup chapter that'll tell us what happened while Luffy and them were on screen. That opens the world up that much more and creates that much more conversation.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why One Piece is the best, baby. Sorry, you heard it here first. Noxie, baby.
What the fuck is going on with the straw hat?
What it is.
Mary
the big
Joe,
one?
big frozen straw hat. What
Man.
the fuck is going on with
Man.
it? Like,
That's
I just
Joy
got
Boy's
reminded of that today about my roommate.
Joy Boys, yeah. I remember. Yeah, I remember that theory.
Something, Noxie, I know you brought up a while ago, and I was vehemently against it because I don't think Zoro personally would care about people or what they think, but like after what Shutenmaru said and
Gyukimaru.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After what Gyukimaru said and Hiyori's reaction to it, I think
The sword god.
might end up having to give Shusui back.
Yeah, I know. I told.
Which
bro,
I
stop
hate
playing with me, bro.
I don't want him to, and I don't think he would care enough to, because I think he's more the type of person who's gonna be like, "This is my fucking sword. I won it. He gave it to me.
Yes.
Fuck you."
And that's
But, like,
fine.
Definitely.
And
He
that's
was like,
fine.
"Yo, like, that's our fucking treasure. Like the day it disappeared is the day all of our troubles began." And like even after he
right.
said that, Hiyori was like, "Shusui," you know. So
Yeah.
it's like the
But think
man might
about
end up having to take the L. And
Well, because think about
sword
it, man. He's going to have a sword in each of the top 3 Meito ranks. Shusui isn't Owazemono.
you don't.
It's not.
That's the same rank as
my,
Wado.
my thing on it is I
It's the
always thought
same
maybe
rank as
that
Wado.
he
So
would
it,
end up having 3 from the rank right under Meito, and then he would by his own legend rank them up into the Meito class.
oh yeah, that's right. Because you yourself can increase the rank. That's right.
Yeah.
We did get that dialogue a little bit ago. But I mean, okay, that's fine. I agree with that. And that's totally a legitimate angle there. But originally what I was thinking is that he's not giving Wado back no matter what, and that's Wazemono.
No,
right?
never know.
Right. So like he has that in that grade, and that's the same grade as Shusui. He needs an Owazemono ranked sword in my original idea of what I wanted to happen. And that comes in the form of Shodai Katetsu. So, right?
Shodai is Meito.
Meito is
Meito is all the swords.
Meito is
is-
just the ranking system
Yeah,
itself.
right. Yeah.
Well, like, but no, the highest grade is called Meito.
No, Meito is the entire ranking system itself.
Okay, well,
And then
The highest grade.
Owazemono is the highest grade.
the second grade is Shusui, Wado,
Yes.
and Nidai.
Yes.
Shodai
and Nidai. Yep.
Yep. And Shodai is Owazemono grade.
Saijo was Owazemo.
Saijo was it. There you go. See? That's why
Saijo.
That's why you my guy. You be keeping me in check. Be keeping me in check sometimes. You feel? Okay, but yeah, that's what I mean though. Okay, so yeah, so Shusui, Nidai, and Wano are Owazemono, and then Shodai is Saijo Owazemono. Okay, that's fine. But ultimately, what I was trying to say is that my original prediction was that he would have a sword from all 3 ranks. And Sandai probably wasn't going to go anywhere. He would keep Wado. Nidai, I don't really know what's going on with Nidai. Shusui might be.
Nidai disappeared.
Yeah, it did
Never
disappear.
saw it after Luffy had it.
Yeah, I mean there are some theories. I guess I don't. Now that I start talking about it, I guess I don't really know what I want. but I think I'm a little bit more on board with him just increasing the rank of his swords on his own, and he can keep Shusui if that's the case. But he might give it back considering this verbiage that we have in this chapter with Yukimaru. So
The weight of it apparently is actually like
yeah,
But then, after the events of the arc, they could very well just be like, yeah, go ahead and take the sword. You know what I'm saying? You guys freed our country. You alleviated all our fucking sorrow and shit.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm just excited to see where it goes.
I think he might just switch the Sandai out for the Nidai.
Yeah, I could see that too. And actually that works better.
In each the second rank, he would have one of each second rank.
Yeah. Then all three of his would be in second rank, right?
But I would like to see him continue to keep a cursed sword.
Sure.
Just because I like that dynamic of,
I think I saw somewhere someone was talking about how like he might have Nidai and be like, all right, well, maybe Sandai breaks or something like that. And he's like, oh, this is the big brother, huh? Throws it, checks to see. Actually slices his arm this time.
That'd be hilarious.
And then he's just like, oh, well, I still want this shit because this shit is cold.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so
Nitoriu.
Yeah, dude.
But just what do we?
No, he'll start using his feet. He'll do something. He's keeping his Santorio. He'll throw one of those in his butt cheeks.
Like people would be hyped reading it like, yo, we get this moment again. And then it's like a all white panel. No bet like when Capone when the mirror broke.
Yeah.
Capone, fucking Caesar and the mirror. No background, just broken mirror, it's just gonna be like an all white panel, no background, just his fucking arm just
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That would be crazy.
Incredible.
Like, yo,
he's not losing no.
I would cry.
He tried to cut off his own legs and couldn't even do it. He's too swole.
Yeah, it could have just get stuck in his shit.
We don't even want.
I mean,
he's practicing kendo with multi-ton barbells.
Killer stabbed him right in the shoulder, and he just flexed that bitch out.
Yeah, he did do that.
I said I don't even want to get into it because the reason he fucking couldn't cut his own legs off is because he's a pussy.
Whoa!
All the pain endurance he's shown so far, and he's gonna fucking get an inch into cutting his leg off and say,
"What is going on?" He didn't even.
That hurts. I'm not doing it.
Did he show any kind of indication that he was in any kind of pain? He was trying to saw, I think, right?
He said
to do it in one fell swoop.
I'll tell you what happened.
It's the candle wax.
No, he said
it hurt too much.
He said he couldn't get a stance good enough to cut his own leg off.
Yeah, he didn't say it hurt too much. Yeah, you're tripping.
He said it hurt too much.
You're fucking sick in your fucking head.
No, he just said he couldn't get a stance good enough to cut his leg off.
He would never say nothing like that.
No, yeah.
Back.
No. Nothing happened, head ass.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna look up the panel on your asses.
Yeah, all right, well, while you do that, let's start to wind down here because I think we're starting to run a little bit long on time.
Last thing, Shutenmaru
Burger Fat Swordsman
has the blueprints to Kaido's mansion.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on with it. Frenosuke is about to go fix the whip up real quick,
I guess.
And they about to pull up on buddy. They bend in blocks. Next chapter, I bet.
It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
It is. Where do you think Kinemon's going? I mean, he said he's going, but like he has other men he has to.
He's on his William Tell. He's about to go inform some motherfuckers on horseback of what's about to get cracking off.
Didn't he say he was going to? Didn't he say he was going to what's called to?
He said he got something to tell somebody.
He said he was going to Amigasa or whatever, the village of the Straw Hats, to use it as his base of operations.
Yeah, but he said he was gonna tell them, I had a update for you guys, but I'm gonna hold that and go meet with whoever.
Oh yeah, that's just more Otis suspense, man.
Yeah,
bastard.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Bastardo.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see in the upcoming chapters, obviously. But I think that just about does it for One Piece, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You guys want to talk about what we think the strongest chapter was this week? I'm sure we all have different opinions on that. What's your final answer? Strongest chapter?
I gotta say Black Clover. I think honestly.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of world building. I mean, like I said, it's like the story expanded so much in just this one
100%.
chapter. We learned you know, not like super in depth, but we pretty much learned like the philosophy and the layout pretty much.
Yes.
On the base level of each kingdom.
Yeah.
We did
Very different pace for Black Clover. Very surprising. You agree? I accept.
I have to, because like it just dug it out of the, you know, like you were just in this place with Black Clover where you're like, man, we could really go. Well, not even that. Like we could just really just kind of spiral out of control where this shit is trash.
And I really was tired of knowing nothing about the Clover or not the Clover, but the Spade and the Heart Kingdom. Because like at the Diamond, like we were talking about earlier.
Right away,
never met
first big mission you meet.
Exactly. Diamond mages, boom, right in your face.
Yeah. Kabuto really reeled it in. He did.
Never knew anything about the Heart or the Spade, and I was honestly like, it was starting to be a thought in the back of my head, like, where are these other kingdoms at? You know?
Yeah. And then right when we're like, it's taking too long to get this information, boom, he gave it to us. I accept. I support. That's not going to be my choice, but I definitely.
Well, because Jujutsu Kaisen is the most hype. I was hyped for that.
Jujutsu Kaisen could get strongest chapter from me for most hype, but I'm going to choose My Hero Academia just because of the implications.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
I want to say Jujutsu Kaisen, and like I said, they both hit so hard they bruised this perfect brown skin you see here. But but I'm just gonna have to go ahead and give it to My Hero Academia because it's just setting up too much, and the writing was too good, and we got a lot of really amazing panels, artwork, even though the action, like we said, wasn't as strong, but it's already expected that it won't be, so that's not something that really takes too much away from the chapter for me anyway at this point. So otherwise, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah. You know, everything else gets a 4. You know what I mean? But it just gets that little extra 0.5 that puts it in my strongest slot this week, 100%. And then you guys are both Black Clover, huh? All right, well.
I mean, I had to be just because
there you have it.
I just really felt like it could have gone bad. It really could have gone bad if they didn't, you know, give us. We just really needed a big, just premonition on what's going to happen here, you know, or a big direction for the future, and we got it.
And it was well executed. Sure, I mean, I remember as I was reading the chapter, I'm literally going like, wow, this is fucking great, dude. Like, this is fucking surprising.
Yeah, incredible week for manga, shonen manga.
True.
Absolutely. Good job, you guys.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think that's all of our books covered, and I think we can go ahead and wind this down. So that is the first episode of the Project Manga podcast, week to week coverage.
Sure is, baby.
Thank you, Noxie. Thank you, Kiko. And anything you guys want to say before we wind it down?
I'm good, man. I'm just happy we're doing this, man.
Yep.
Good shit.
Read Jujutsu Kaisen. If you're not reading Jujutsu Kaisen and for some reason watch this entire episode, or you skip past Jujutsu Kaisen because you didn't want to get spoiled, go pick the damn book up. You're tripping.
That being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you did, what's the link thing in the box below? What is it called? The multi-link.
Oh, the link tree. The link
tree is in the box down below to all of our sources.
Yeah, take a look. We got some other stuff going on.
Take a look at the links. Follow our other
Kiko's on Twitch. He be gaming. I have another secondary YouTube channel where I explain the world of obscure comic books. It's called the Eclectic Fandom Dialectic. The link will be in the description. The link will be in the comment section. Take a look at all of our stuff. We got some pretty cool stuff going on. So,
other than that, like the video, subscribe. Comment down in the comment section down below. We'd like to discuss some stuff with you if you want.
Please.
And click that notification bell so you can join the Noti Squad.
We'll chirp you. You hear?
Other than that, it's been a great week in Shonen Jump. And with that being said, we'll see you guys next week. This is the Project Manga podcast. I'm Eagle.
I'm Kiko.
I'm Noxie.
And we'll see you.